Hey, this is Pamela Riemenschneider. I'm the retail editor for Blue Book Services, and I have Anna Marie here, and we are here to talk about an organic produce update that you produce for the Produce Marketing Association. What are some key findings? This report was for pandemic shopping. It's similar to what we're talking about in our weekly IRI report, only this one keys in just on organics. So whatever you say.
So the organic data is a little bit different. Instead of looking week to week, we look in blocks of 4 weeks. And in a way, they have trended very similarly as what we're seeing for total fruit and veg. So big weeks, continuing to see the sales sit far above last year. And in terms of the percentages, the percentage growth for organic fruit and vegetables are a little bit higher than the percentages that we've been seeing for conventional or for total. The thing is, though, as you remember, organic was only about 8-9% of the total sales to begin with. So even though they have a higher growth rate, conventional sales, of course, have exploded as well. And so even though it has a higher growth rate, the share for organic has actually come down on both the fruit and the vegetable side. Now, compounded that is the fact that we've seen a lot of deflation in especially the fruit side. And that's worrisome to me. If you think about all the extra cost and effort that goes into organic production, the fact that they're not able to command the same price that we have seen is worrisome. On the other hand, we know that there were a lot of people who were not buying organic produce because of price. So maybe this is the time for organic to make inroads into engagement and have people try it, and hopefully that will pay off in longer term returns.
Yeah, I know before the pandemic, we've done some reports on some deflation in some of the core items and some advice for growers to maybe get into outside of that core to maintain the premium that they need to make the transition. So hearing that, and you know what though, with how many people are unemployed at the moment, the consumers are a little more cost conscious than they were 6 months ago. So a drop in price will probably move more volume for sure and get more converts. Seeing that organic sales are continue to be hot, it follows along with what we saw last week. With the Organic Produce Summit. In lieu of an in-person summit, they had the keynote address from Jim Donald of Safeway Albertsons, and he said that organic demand is just going crazy, and their biggest challenge has been supply.
Yeah, definitely. I think same as with total fruit and veg, we see big inflation in some, we see big deflation in other areas. Looking here at the fruit numbers and overall, compared to the same week or the same 4-week block year ago, the prices are down 5.6% for organic fruit. But then there's other areas like oranges, shocker, they're up 5%, lemons, they're up 8%. So it really depends on the category, what the market is doing. And again, I think it's hard to see that, knowing how much effort goes into organic growing, that prices, they cannot command that same price differential. But at the same time, knowing the biggest barrier is price, I think this is going to help with engagement going forward.
One number that is just killing me, and I think it's because there was a supply issue last spring, is berries. The volume gain in berries was 32.5%. But I remember last spring there was a lot of rain and a lot of volume issues. But grapes are down 30%. That's a big challenge, or in volume at least. Peaches are down 25.4%. That's another challenge.
Yeah, but grapes overall have not been trending well. And I can't quite put my finger on that, other than maybe a lunchbox item or something. But throughout the pandemic, grapes has been one of the, and I look at a lot of different areas between meat and frozen and deli, dairy, bakery. Grapes to me have been an inexplicable decrease versus last year, and I can't quite put my finger on it.
Yeah, it's definitely a concern, and one that I hadn't you know, we kind of vaguely mentioned it, and I'll put our Ag Tools folks on the volume and try to see if they've got some volume trends for us. There
Yeah.
is one item in the produce department that came up last week in the Organic Produce Summit discussion more than once, and it's one item that we've actually noticed is way up. It's tofu.
Yes.
And this kind of gets lumped into organic, kind of gets lumped into produce. Where does it belong? But we see it in the produce department, and we see it in the produce department sales. And it is consistently up almost 50% year over year ever since the pandemic started.
Yeah.
We haven't figured out why.
I would, you know, my only guess, and again, I have no actual evidence of this, but meat has been one of the hardest hit areas, and beef and pork especially. If I think about what most people use tofu for, if they use it occasionally, it tends to be in like chilies and items like that, replacing ground beef. So with ground beef up 30% in price versus a year ago, maybe that is what's driving some people to make their chilies and those types of meals with tofu. That would be my only guess. But yeah, it's you know, it's a small base, but still to see that kind of consistency, 50% time and again, that's quite impressive.
It's definitely something to watch, and if it's not on your radar, actually having watched this for the longest time, I actually bought tofu for the first time in years about 2 weeks ago, and I've used it in some stir fries because I'm like, you know what, everyone's eating tofu. I should be eating tofu too.
There you go. Got to be on trend, Pamela.
Yeah. I don't know, bags of oranges. That's what I've been buying this summer. Bags of oranges.
There you go. And leeks, not to forget.
Yes, leeks